Hello and welcome back to the. Oh, hang on, I gotta start over. Vic took a big old fucking bite of frosty right when I started.
All right, no more frosting. No more frosting.
Is it gone? Wait, you
I
get vanilla or chocolate?
got chocolate, bro.
Yeah, chocolate's the best. Honestly, I if I had to guess blind, I would have guessed that you're a vanilla guy, but whatever. No offense.
I mean, how am I supposed to take that without offense? How the fuck else am I supposed to take that but offense?
Sorry, just kind of my impression of you.
Fuck you. All right.
Hello and welcome back to the Gambling Racket, the sports gambling podcast aimed at giving you the angles and insights into successfully betting on professional tennis. My name is Ben, and once again, I'm joined by my co-hosts Vic and Chris, making his return podcast for episode 5 of season 2. We're jumping into a huge February in 2025. We've got a lot to cover today, and we're excited about it because we've seen some exciting things already happen this year, a lot of storylines to follow. Something we're not going to talk much about is what happened in Marseille. Montpellier, which just ended today with FAA's 2-1 set win over Kovacevic.
Boo, FA won. Fuck that guy. Second title of the year. He's a fucking bum. Only wins on indoor hard court.
Oh my God.
um, hey, well earned if you ask me, but also sign of great things to come for Kovacevic, hopefully. Andrei Rublev didn't lose in the first round of a tournament, which is amazing. Bublik also did not lose in the first round because he didn't have the win to worry about, but he was not a winner like we had forecasted. Um,
Ooh.
moving forward, though,
Lost Kovacevic. He lost to Kova in a good match, and Bublik also gave the ball kid the racket again. That's how you knew it was that beatdown in the second set.
yeah, a signature Bublik move,
You know,
and
yeah, try to, he puts on a show
Kova.
even when he loses. I lost a bet on him that day against Kova, and I was like, you know what? I don't mind. That's
Kova did
entertaining.
not look like he was having it. But I mean, come on, if you're on the tour at this point and you are not
He was
expecting
okay
that
with
to
it.
happen,
He wasn't as angry as Coric, I don't think.
no, 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 that's a good point. But yeah, I mean, if you're not expecting that to happen when you play Bublik, then you're in the wrong place. Uh, Something you also don't expect to happen. We got a video clip today from the Davis Cup of a couple players, Germany and I think Chile, where Christian Garin is from.
Belgium.
Belgium. Bergs is from Belgium. Sorry, yeah, Belgium. Zizou Bergs running
Zuzu,
up to
Zuzu
the
Bergs.
net during the court change, and I don't know, he was like kind of hopping over the, not really hopping over it, but like really excitably jumping over the side of the post on this, and he runs right into Garin like he didn't even see him. Green did not take it gracefully. He did get hit in the face. I think his eye started swelling up a little bit, and then
Oh, come
and
Dude,
then
on.
he
being such a
refused.
pussy.
Hang on, guys. Oh, come on! I'm telling you what happened. I'm not. This isn't an opinion. His eye started swelling up a little bit, and he refused to play. So the umpire.
Blowing up my ass, bro. Listen, what happened is it was the third set. Bergs just broke him to go up 6-5 and to serve for the match, right? So he's fucking pumped. So he's like running for the changeover to change sides because he's excited. And he bumps into Green, clearly an accident, and he falls down. It looks like it was like he got shot, the Zapruder film. His head snapped back. And he hit the deck and was just rolling around and refused to continue on. And then the Chile team walked off in protest. They got a bunch of time violations and then had to forfeit the match. And that's why Belgium won and advanced. So the Chilean team is very upset, and Garin is crying. He posted a photo of his eye. Dude, he's fine. I'm looking at the photo of the eye. I don't see anything wrong with it. People are like replying to me, posting the photo of the eye. It's like, this isn't anything. I'm like, I'm colorblind, but it looks the same to me. Am I
Uh,
crazy, Ben? Do you think that like this was justified or he's being a little bitch? To me, the Chileans are acting like little bitches.
I agreed that it looked like an accident, although a really stupid one. Like, did he not see Green there? Like, he was running for a while, and Green was even slowed down a little bit, and he still ran into him. It looked like two stupid kids on a playground bumping into each other, like because they have like horse blinders on. I don't
I
know.
think
It looked
Bergs was
stupid.
just stoked, dude, because like he was about
No,
to.
yeah, I don't care about how happy he is. He's an adult. Why is he running
I
around
know.
and
I'm
bumping
just
into
saying
people like a
that
child? That's
that's what he
weird to
said.
me. I
That's his
do think,
explanation.
I don't think context should have much of a factor in injuring another player during a match, though. If you like,
Okay, wait. Why are you throwing around the word injured? He's not injured. Nothing happened to him.
hey, if
He
you
felt he got
listen, I
ran
don't know.
into.
I'm not a fucking doctor. I don't know how bad it was. I, again, I don't think that should even really have uh, much of a like. He clearly ran into Bergs. Sorry, Bergs clearly ran into Green. Green fell down.
And
I
he
think it
got a
needs to be.
I
he
agree.
got a sportsmanship warning.
No, he didn't.
No,
No,
he
he
didn't.
should have got
Green
defaulted.
Green
He
got
should
a
have got
warning.
defaulted.
Okay, that's what I was getting at. I do think
Bergs
Bergs got
broke the rules and should have got defaulted, right? But the second the chair umpire didn't do his job and default him, then to me, if you're fucking Green, you got to go finish the match, right?
I
Like,
absolutely agree.
like you got the chair umpire fucked up. Everybody fucked up. Bergs fucked up because he ran into him and he wasn't paying attention.
It just looks
The
so
chair umpire
stupid.
fucked up. The chair umpire
The
fucked up because
guy
he did the right thing.
flopped.
Yeah. And then the Chilean fucked up because he was a baby about it and didn't go out there and finish the match.
The guy flopped. He wasn't actually injured.
Okay,
Yeah,
I don't know what you want the chair umpire to do about that. He's not like an NFL referee looking for this kind of hit to happen.
it doesn't
Even though
matter.
even though
Exactly.
Mahomes flops in a fucking contact sport.
Flop.
I agree with Vic. You unintentionally, whether like again, intentional or not, stupid or not, you hit a guy in the face, you potentially inhibit his ability to play at 100%. You should be defaulted.
This is like the Aljo versus Peter Yan thing where people are like, oh, he's acting. He only got kneed in the face. You know, that one,
Yeah.
like Aljo had to get neck surgery. Like,
That's
I don't see Garon like having any holdback. Like I think he like put some peas on his face for like 20 minutes and he's fine. So injured,
yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know,
he
injured.
absolutely,
Yeah.
it was not a bad injury. I mean, again, I'm not a doctor. I'm not ascribing a severity to this, but he definitely got hit in the face. You could see it in the video. It's just
Yeah.
like, why didn't they even consider defaulting? Sure, it's a shitty spot to have to default somebody,
But
when
that's the
they,
rule though. That's what he was
yeah,
supposed to do. Right,
agreed.
so he fucked up. That's the chair. That's on the chair umpire not enforcing the rules, and then the Chilean not reacting right either. So
All right, so Chris, your only take here is that he flopped and he shouldn't
Flop.
like. Okay, so like we shouldn't enforce the rules, or we should change the rules, or what?
Flop.
Okay, let me give you a hypothetical. You're playing against someone and your hand's all sweaty, and you go to hit a forehand, and your racket slips out of your hand, and it goes across the net and it hits the other guy in the head, and it's like, fuck, man, hit me in the head, but you're not like it didn't cut you or anything.
What? What?
Would
Where
you?
are we right now?
We're in a
what
podcast. What do you think? Should the player that threw his racket at another player get a penalty for it? Be penalized in any way?
Absolutely.
Okay, so why is it
If
different when the
Zizou,
player
if Zizou had actually ran him over, then he should absolutely be
he
defaulted.
did run him
No,
over?
he
definitely ran
didn't,
him over.
dude.
He
The
did
guy
run him
Okay, you
over.
flopped
didn't watch the
it.
video. You didn't watch the video.
I
Bro, he ran
watched
him
it
over.
thrice.
Okay, maybe running someone over is
Wait,
like football form tackle
Is
to
Vic
you.
saying that he ran him over?
I'm saying that, yeah, like he definitely hit him. Like he didn't need to
Well,
fall
then he
the
should have been
way.
defaulted.
He should have been
Fine.
defaulted. Yeah.
I've been convinced.
That doesn't sound very sincere.
Flop. It was a flop, though.
It was a flop.
Yeah,
He
he
didn't need to
definitely.
fall.
We'll call it an embellishment. What was that? NBA calls it embellishment,
No,
Yeah.
NHL calls it embellishment too.
and NHL. Yeah, I think that's right. NBA might not. It was definitely an embellishment for sure. They both should have
NBA
got
is an
penalties.
embellishment on every possession. NBA has 10
Yeah.
They
embellishments.
should have double defaulted him.
Uh, All right, moving over to additional news because we have to talk about this because we have a diehard fan right here on the podcast with us. Elena Rybakina hires a new coach, former Italian player Davide Sanguinetti, to replace the. You know what? I'm just watching Vic's reaction to this. I have to hear him. What do you think of Davide before I get into a few other details?
So I had to be honest, bro. I had to Google who Davide was, and I love it. I love it. Nakashima's coach took over for him and saw a big jump and improvement for him. Rybakina, she talked about it briefly, and she's like, I've practiced with him for a week. Like, my desire is to obviously be with my abusive boyfriend, but the WTA will not allow this. So this guy is like a good stand-in for the time being.
So he can't
So
be at events, but he can still be around. Apparently, he like vetted Sanguinetti.
yeah. Yeah. I think he's probably a good coach,
Guy's
but
so controlling, dude. I love
the
it.
situation's so fucked up over there. Like I can't advise betting on Rybakina, but the guy looks like he's a good coach. I mean, Nakashima
Allegedly.
had a good jump under him. But yeah, allegedly. But I mean, Goran, if it didn't work out for Goran, I think it's not a good idea.
Yeah. I mean, who are you to just jump into this situation and think I can do better? Maybe
Yeah.
the money's that good that you can convince yourself of that. Maybe you're absolutely just lying to yourself and to everybody else about your ability to be effective here, but it still sounds like Vukov is pulling a lot of the strings. And Rybakina is just kind of along for the ride. She did say she's not happy with the situation. Pretty sure she was exclusively referring to the fact that Vukov is not allowed to attend events.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of fucked up because there is no evidence, but also like I said, I was gonna take my cues from what fucking Goran, one of the greatest coaches of all time, guy who was not going to be motivated by money to stick around in a toxic situation. He looked at it for 5 minutes, said, I'm getting the fuck out of here. So
Yeah,
that to me is like giant red flag, bro.
he's
Not a good idea. Probably can't bet on it.
Chris, what do you think? Do you think you could weasel your way into Rybakina's team if you said Vukov is the man?
Absolutely.
All right. You're gonna
Everybody's
try
got a
it.
price.
Really? What's the price? Just saying I
I don't
like
know. What's
Vukov?
the, what's the new coach getting paid? Because there's his price.
Oh,
He'll be a
that's
puppet.
I see what you're saying. It was more of like a moral question for me, but yeah, that's fine. Great. Glad to hear it. Hope you stay awake for the next part because we're about to get to the actual gambling substance of this podcast. So
I'm ready.
we've got we've got two 500 level events this week,
Let's go.
which
Fun
is
premise.
Dallas.
new. Exactly, Chris. Dallas is for the first year a ATP Tour 500 level event, and it will coincide with Rotterdam. So we're seeing a lot of big time action, a lot of points to be secured this week. Some of the impacts of elevating Dallas to a 500 level event kind of makes players prioritize their schedules a little bit differently. We're still going to
More
be
prize
seeing
money. Yeah. More
exactly
prize
more
money, more points.
exactly. So we're still going to be seeing the Golden Swing this year. However, it is no longer three events. So it used to be there'll be four events in the Golden Swing, and because Dallas got elevated, players kind of moved around a little bit. We're now going to be in Buenos Aires, um, Rio de Janeiro, and Santiago, Chile to finish out the swing. So only three events down in South America on clay this year. Still going to see guys like Zverev who, looking to make a comeback from his unfortunate loss in the Australian Open finals. Runo will be down there. Guys like Musetti will be down there, and obviously all the locals. You'll see Joao Fonseca, you'll see Nico Jerry, Sebastian Baez, some finalists from last year in those events. So that aside, let's jump into it. There's a lot more invested into Dallas this year. Vic is close, or this event is close to Vic's heart for good reason. So I'm going to let him take us through that event first.
Yeah, like you were
Luca.
saying, just got
No, not
upgraded to the
Luke, not Luke.
500. Just got upgraded to a 500, so the field's pretty fucking stacked, like compared to last year. Ticket prices are way higher than last year as
Are you
well.
saying Marcus Giron is not going to be in the final?
I don't think Jeron's going to be in the final this year. So in the field, we got Taylor Fritz plus 325, Tommy Paul plus 500, Ben Shelton plus 550, Thomas Mahawk plus 750,
Yo, I
Casper
got Tommy Paul plus 750 on me.
Relax. Let him get through it,
on
Chris.
down, buddy. Casper Ruud,
Jesus.
gotta get Casper Ruud. Casper Ruud plus 800, Francis
Press.
Tiafoe plus 1,000, Alex Michelson 2,000, Nakashima 2,200. So yeah, I mean, definitely way better field than last year. Chris is obviously on. Who do you say, Chris? Tommy Paul.
Tommy Paul.
All right, you got Tommy Paul plus 550. Ben, who do you like out of that?
Dude, I'm looking at the top, 12 right now, and 8 of the top 12 are Americans. How wild is that? The only non-Americans in the top 12 odds wise are Mahach, Rude, Arnaldi, and
Burkina?
Fokina. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely is turning Dallas has tried to turn itself into a premier tournament. It's going to be at the Star, the Dallas Cowboys facility this year. And last year as it was at SMU, so way
Oh,
nicer.
nice.
That's sick.
That
Yeah,
is
so
sick.
like Tuesday night is like the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders are going to be there and shit like that. There's going to be a bunch of Cowboys related.
Nice.
Hell yeah. Dude, I'll tell you
About
what,
time.
it's really hard. This is an event that Tommy Paul did really well in last year. He had a really great run just now in the Australian Open. I think if anyone's motivated, not only for those reasons I just mentioned, but because this is going to be Tommy Paul's debut in the top 10 for his entire career. He's number 9 right now. So I think Tommy Paul has all the reason in the world to start off this American swing with a win, and it's really really hard to bet against him. I imagine he's going to be at Dallas, then he's probably going to go to Delray Beach, possibly skip it if he's not registered for it already, or if he is registered for it and he wins, maybe he'll skip that just to get ready for heading down to Mexico and Acapulco, and then
He
wrapping
loves
up.
Mexico.
Say that again.
Oh, I said he loves the Mexican he loves the little Mexican swing. He did well there last year.
And then
Acapulco?
you circle right back to Indian Wells and Miami, two 1,000 level events that will kick off March for us. So, man, yeah, I feel like the stars are aligned for Tommy Paul right now, and I wouldn't take anybody else in this field over him.
Bro, I'm gonna throw a curveball at you guys. Not
Don't
gonna
tell
go with
Casper
Tommy
Ruud.
Paul.
Don't go with Casper Ruud, please.
Casper Ruud plus 800. Casper Ruud
That
plus 800.
Give me a
Dude,
break. Why?
look at this draw. I think for me, I don't think Casper Ruud's the best guy on hard court here, but I think when I look at the draw, Tommy Paul, Taylor Fritz, Mahach, Michelson, all on the top half. Like very, very stacked top half of the field. Bottom half of the field, it's fucking Casper Ruud, and then Ben Shelton is his only competition who he'd play in the semifinal. I mean, to get to the semifinal, you have to beat Tiafo or
he
Nakashima. Like,
doesn't even get past Francis.
dude, I don't know if Francis makes it him. It could be Nakashima. I think Casper Ruud definitely could find himself in the finals with like a pretty easy path. And we saw him beat fucking Alcaraz on hard court at Turin. He talked about being more aggressive. I mean, he ran up against Mensik in Australia, and Mensik is a bowler. So that's not like a terrible loss to me. So I don't. I think maybe the number on Casper Ruud is a little too long. This is a top
Oh
top 10
my
guy.
God.
That's a long. That number is way too long. I don't care if we're on
He could
hardcore.
be plus 2,000 and then I still wouldn't take it.
You're
Okay,
fucking crazy.
that's dumb, Chris. I think this number is right where it should be, and let me tell you why. And it's something that you yourself have already said, Vic. This is an event that's just been elevated to a 500 and moved to the Dallas Cowboy Stadium. What's it called again?
The
The
star. The
star.
star. They're up in
Dude,
Frisco.
if you don't tell me right now that Americans, Texans specifically, aren't going to be out in force razzing every non-American at that tournament, then I don't know what to think about Dallas anymore, because that's what should absolutely be happening. And Casper Ruud
man.
does not strike me as a guy that stands up like fucking Superman in the face of adversity and getting he strikes me as a guy that gets
Yeah.
broken down.
The Texans are really gonna have a problem with the fucking blonde-haired, blue-eyed, white guy from Northern Europe.
Oh, what?
Yeah, they're real not
Whoa.
welcome to those types of folks.
Dude,
Whoa.
that's not how
Whoa.
Americans look at the flag on your sleeve or on your chest, wherever you're wearing it, and they fucking back you up. You could be the blondest, whitest, most blue-eyed guy in the world. You're wearing
Vic,
a
what
fucking
was
Norwegian
that
patch.
about?
Yeah, yeah, Vic. What kind of community you
Jeez.
building down in Dallas? What's going
Vic
down? What's going on down
accidentally
there?
comes out as bass live on air. Oh my
No,
God.
Chris, no, that's not based. Do you know what based means, Chris?
Yes, he is bass.
I don't think he knows what based means. We're
I
gonna.
think, for me, it's all about the path. It's all about the path to the final. You've seen him beat good players on hard court. I think it's going to be him or Shelton out of that half. And the number on Shelton plus 550. Those are the two guys I would take. I would not take anybody in the top half because I just feel like the top half of that field is way too stacked. So for me, the bottom, it's safer for take somebody out of the bottom half. That's the way I'm looking at it.
The biggest challenge that I see Tommy Paul going through is Riley Opelka. And I don't even see that as a big challenge. It's just relatively big compared to Brooksby, maybe Ethan
Opelka or
Quinn.
Norley, or sorry, Opelka or Michelson, and then in the semifinal he'd have Fritz or Mahak, right? So he'd have Fritz. He'd have to play Fritz or Mahak to get to the final, and Rude only has to play fucking Shelton to get to the final.
Yeah, but that means that Rude has to beat the winner of Fritz and Paul. And like, I don't understand why you think he can beat whoever wins that match.
I think if he's there, I'm just gonna fucking hedge out of the position if I don't think he's gonna win, or if I think he's looking great, then I'll just ride or die with him.
Okay, all right.
I think he's going to have an issue with Jerome in the first round. Hot take, maybe, but he's going to have to go through all Americans. I think Michael Momo is going to win in the first round and face Rude. I think he's going to give him a tough time, and then he's going to face Nakashima, who's going to knock off Tiafoe.
Rude
It's just
is
going to
only
be
minus 175, so it's not like a long number. So it's not like they're
exactly odds makers. Odds makers are saying, hey, Americans show up to Dallas and they got some fucking rednecks with pickup trucks in the parking lot, intimidating little blonde white boys on their way into the fucking stadium if they've got a Norwegian patch on their sleeve.
Dude, you don't know the kind of people who go to tennis events in Dallas. This is Highland Park, folks. This ain't no fucking rednecks. This is the rich white people. This is the rich people in Dallas.
You know what I do know? If the mountains are blue and you fucking drink that beer and you harass everyone who's there to take down Americans.
That's Colorado, bro.
I support that position. Fuck them.
No,
I still bet on Casper.
It's Colorado.
Coors Light's Colorado, bro.
It's brewed there, but Americans drink it fucking around the world.
Texas, we drink Lone Star.
Well, I do drink Lone Star. Lone Star is pretty good.
All right.
Told you, boys.
They put like a little riddle thing on the top of their bottle caps, so I like that.
That's cute. I like Shiner. Shiner has a grapefruit, like Shiner Bock, whatever it's called. I don't know if it's technically a Bock, but it's fucking good. Ruby Red, something like that. Shiner Ruby Red.
Ruby Ridge, where the FBI murdered that family. Is that what you're talking about, Ben? Ruby Ridge, where the FBI murdered that family. Look it up, people. Look it up.
Whoa. Definitely look it up, but that's not what we're here to talk about.
Look it
up. All right, Chris, are you picking a winner for this for Dallas?
Tommy Paul. I'm taking Tommy Paul in the first round, Tommy Paul in the second round. Definitely taking him there in the third. And
I don't think he's looked at the odds.
And then I like Marcus Carone to get to the second round, beating Casper Ruud.
Damn. Okay. Marcus Giron is plus 130 against
Plus
Casper Ruud.
135.
Tommy Paul's minus 1,000 in the first round against Jacob Brooksby.
No, we want to
Sorry,
bet him
Jensen Brooksby.
plus
Jensen Brooksby.
750 on FanDuel to win the tournament.
Sorry,
All right.
you just cut out there. I didn't. Who?
Plus 750 on FanDuel to win the tournament. Tommy Paul.
Really? Wait, what
Yes.
did we say? What did I say Bovada was?
I had 550 on is what I saw on Bovada.
Yeah, that's. Where'd you guys? FanDuel has. I have 500 right now for Tommy Paul and Bovada. FanDuel has 750.
I think so. I would have to pick up my phone to look.
No,
Let me
don't do it.
look.
No, it's fine. I can check for you.
Oh, fuck. The other thing we didn't talk about, looking at the field for Rotterdam while Chris looks that up, is Arthur Fee's got into
I
a
have
fight.
plus
with,
700. Yeah,
Oh, that's right.
it's
Damn,
not
okay.
750. It's 700.
plus 700. All right, nice, Chris. But Arthur Fee's got in a fight with Saybolt Wild. Did you see that?
Yeah, we need to start calling him TSW. Thiago Seybold Wild.
Okay.
Damn,
TSW.
Nakashima went down to minus 205. Somebody hammered on him.
Chris, did you see this clip
No.
of Arthur Fees getting into it with
So Fees
Thiago
cheated.
Seybold Wild?
He's fucking cheated for sure. Like,
Really?
so the thing is, Fees double hit the ball and because it hit
Saw
the
that.
net, came back to him, and the umpire thought that it hit Sayboth Wild and came back to Fees, but it was Fees double hit it and he didn't call it, and he just sat down, and the Sayboth Wild looked at him and was like, tell him what happened. He's like, fuck you. And then they kind of got in each other's face at the net after the game, and Sayboth Wild was giving it to him, and then Fees was like acting like a tough guy, like after people
Yeah.
were there to separate them.
Yeah.
After people were there to separate them, he started acting like a tough guy. Typical Frenchman, if you ask me. Fucking cheater. But I'm glad Sayboth Wild stood up for himself there and said, hey, fuck you, man, because that was not cool.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with your characterization of what happened afterwards. Feast was looking like a bitch. Vil just looks like he wanted to get out of there, and then yapping. Just heard the yapping from Feast, and then he put down his bag, and he was like, "All right, what? You want to go?" I
Yeah.
respect that. Hey, he was right too. He's right the whole time.
Yeah. He fucking cheated, bro. Like, it's one of those things like, yeah, bro, like you cheated. We all know it's not debatable, like you double hit the ball. Like, you didn't tell the umpire like, yeah, I fucking double hit the ball.
This is whether or not it's cheating is a discussion we've had in the past.
Right. The Jack
we don't need
double bounce, all that.
We don't need to rehash this now, whether we think it's cheating. I personally don't think it's cheating, but I'm not trying to fight with you now because I agree with you on everything else. And Feast is the one that deserves the heat.
Yeah, fuck that man. But he is at Rotterdam. He is at Rotterdam this week. Do you guys want to get into that one?
Let's see if Chris is ready to get into that one.
I'm back.
All right. And we're going to Rotterdam. Go there in the go to Rotterdam on the globe, Chris.
Yeah. Just scroll in the background. Just do
Yeah.
a pinch and squeeze. Pinch and squeeze.
I'm here in Rotterdam.
Oh shit, you're there. Damn, dude. How's it feel? What time is it there, by the way?
Early morning, I'd say.
I think that's right. I think that is right. I'm not looking it up, but I'm gonna get it right.
It's in the
So at
Netherlands. I have
Rotterdam,
no idea.
we got Alcaraz plus 150, Medvedev plus 400, Demon plus 800, FAA, that fucking bum, that
Oh
scumbag,
boy, here we go.
with no account, plus 1400, Andre Rublev plus 1400,
Two times in one episode.
Hubert Hurkacz plus 1600, Holger Rune plus 16, Perry Card 18, Berrettini 2000, TT Paz 22, Fees 22, Lehechka 25, Mensick 3000. So
Yep.
another really good field. Sonigo's in there plus 6500, Kova's in there plus 6500, Bublik plus 6500. So a lot of fucking talent in Rotterdam this year. Ben, who do you like to win the whole thing?
Yeah, so thankfully, I say this with many meetings, but Jannik Sinner withdrew over a week ago now, I think, or maybe just about a week ago, off the tail of his victory in the Australian Open final. Thank goodness we're going to see a little bit of parity on the men's hard court for a change over this next week. I've got my eye on Carlos Alcaraz. I don't know if I'm going to bet him yet because the odds are so short, but he, again, this is kind of, I'm going to go off what similar feelings that I talked about with Tommy Paul. When Alcaraz suffers a defeat like he did in the Australian Open, I think that he looks to bounce back pretty significantly. And I think this is something that he's going to be hungry for. I think he wants a win under his belt in 2025, and Rotterdam is a big enough venue. Doha's a little bit far off, which is also elevated to a 500 this year. And yeah, that I could see him absolutely taking home a win in Rotterdam. So Alcaraz is my pick to win. Whether or not I'm going to bet on it is undecided.
Well, we had the debate about elite athletes picking their spots or not. If you believe that they pick their spots, there's no better one for Alcaraz than right now. No Sinner in his way. Could be worth it.
Plus 150. I think I'm with you guys. I think Alcaraz is going to win. Plus 150. I don't think I'm going to bet it. But I do want to call out one long shot that I like. I'm going to put half a unit on it. Riding with my boy Matteo Berrettini plus 2,000. He's in the bottom half of the draw,
Whoa.
away from Alcaraz, so he'd face Alcaraz in the final if they were to make it there. Berrettini, fucking, uh, you know, top 10 talent. He's Greek sport, Tsitsipas, Medvedev would be his path. Um, so, I think he could beat any of those guys. Medvedev being the hardest one, but we just saw him watch him lose to Lerner and Tien. So, give me a half a unit on fucking Berrettini, something fun to watch.
Okay. If I had to choose a long shot, I'm actually going longer than you. I'd go with.
Sick putt.
Actually no.
Ugly.
Sorry. No, sorry. It's on the same. No, fuck no. Are you crazy? Sorry. It's not much longer. It's actually on Bovada. It's the exact same. I'm looking at the wrong line here. But Pericard. I like the way Pericard's playing. I think hardcore is a good surface for him. And if there's ever a time where maybe this guy is fucking incredible indoors. Maybe this is the time where we're going to get the best value we're ever going to see from him again. Why not take a flyer on Pericard?
That's a really good call. It is indoor hard court, and he's the fucking serve bot himself, so he's gonna be blasting serves at 250 kilometers an hour. So Perry Card, yeah, I like that one too. That's a good call, Ben.
Chris, can you count to 1 kilometer?
Uno, dos, tres, kilometer.
Perfect. Wow. You should move to Rotterdam when you figure out where it is.
Thank you.
Um, do you have
Oh
a
my God, De'Aaron Fox to the Spurs, Zach LaVine to the Kings.
whoa,
Are you fucking with me?
the Kings?
Just came through, bro.
Oh yeah, I see it too. All right, we can talk about that in a little bit. Chris, do you have a long shot for Rotterdam, or are you just riding the Alcaraz train?
Carlos rules.
Carlos does rule. Yeah, can't argue with you there. Some guys that I would look to make a little bit of a run. Health dependent. JLS, Jean-Leonard Struff. He performs typically well at these early in the year indoor hard court events. And he's going up against not Popperin, but Marjan in the first round.
Did you look at data on that? Is that really a trend?
I'm basing it off of last year.
Nice. I like JLS. I like that dark horse.
He's a minus 165 favorite after having a significantly worse Australian swing than Marjan did. Actually, Marjan had more success in Asia, but he's had a better year so far than Struff, but Struff is now 165 minus 165 favorite. So I'm looking at him to make a little bit of a run. I probably won't take him at minus 165. I do think he beats Marjan though. I also like Lehechka to make a little bit of a run here.
Eerie.
Jerry, that's right. And you know who I don't like to make a run is Stan the Man Wawrinka because he is old and washed up. He's playing Daniel Medvedev in the first round, and I feel bad for him. Why
That's a
would they
tough.
do that to him? Why would they do that to him?
It's a tough draw for our boy Stanimal. Still, one of the best, the most fun one-handed backhand with all the power. I think when I force my kid to play tennis, I'm going to force him to have Stanimal backhand. So that's
Wow. Okay.
that's that's my. I think that's one of the biggest honors you can give somebody is to force your child to copy their backhand.
Wow. Yeah, that I agree. Hey, not gonna argue with that. Vic, two matches real quick that I want to get your take on. One is Bublik playing Mensik in the first round.
What's the line on that one? Because I don't have it in front of me right now, but I was very interested in that when I saw that in the draw. I'm playing.
Bublik plus 195 on the money line. Mensik is minus 240. It's a three
Ooh,
game spread. The over is 22 and a half. So
Bublik.
three setter.
I'll say this. I was very concerned about him after the Australian Open because he looked so bad in the Australian Open and he looked really like his mobility wasn't there. The double fault rate was through the roof. He was like serving 14, 15 double faults a match. Like it was horrific to start the year.
Yeah,
But he did not look that bad when he lost to Kovacevic and the match before when he won. He looked like his old self, moving around fine, hitting the drop shot fine. The serve was where you expected to be. The double fault rate was way down. Like he actually played really well against Kovacevic. Like so for me, him losing that one was not as much as him not playing well as it was Kova just playing out of his mind. So to me,
he's hot. Yeah.
so I think that number is too long. So. I can't believe I'm doing it. I'm gonna bet on Bublik because the number is
Hell
too.
yeah.
But
I like it.
Mensik is an absolute dog, bro. And I mean, like they've played each other before, and Bublik won, but that was when Mensik was having the elbow issues. So a healthy
And the
Mensik,
fit and just like fitness overall. He was tiring himself out
yeah,
around this time last year. So I like your bet. I might ride with you on Bublik here.
fuck yeah, Kazakhstan until we die. The Kazakhstani Tennis
I'm
Federation,
not
we
gonna
are
go that far. I'm just gonna bet on
sponsorship.
their tennis player.
Kazakhstan Tennis Federation, we are your
I'm I'm just betting.
Yeah, I got a lot of time left till I
You know
die. Is a
what?
long time.
I'm gonna let you guys have that one. I'm not gonna bet against you. I'm not gonna ride with you. That's your guys' train.
Okay. Well, the other match you might be interested in, and Vic actually just brought him up. It's Kova, who beat Bublik in Montpellier, who is playing Pericard in the first round. Do you think he continues his performance, his stellar performance so far on indoor hardcore, or does he come up against a rested Pericard and kind of tap out for a little while till the next event?
Pericard's gonna blast his ass off the court.
Yeah, that's kind of a really tough spot to be in. I do not envy him.
The odds are relatively similar to the last match. Pericard is minus 215 and Kovacevic is plus 175. There is no game spread or total right as of right now, which is Sunday evening on Bovada.
Yeah, what do you think? I like Pericard. I like Pericard a
Yeah,
lot.
yeah, I like Pericard too.
Yeah, that's a really good spot for him.
Yeah, I do not like it for Kova.
Agreed. Not there's a lot of close matches in the first round here.
I like Nakashima a lot. What's he looking at?
Ooh, oh, let me go back to Dallas. Hang on.
But other one, yeah, like you said, Rotterdam, a lot of good first round matchups. Berrettini's only minus 150 against Griekspoor. So obviously
Okay.
Ben likes Talon.
I do. Yeah, well, I lost my last bet on him, but I do generally. Greek Spore had, especially last year during this indoor hardcourt swing, he had some really solid performances. But right now, first of all, I don't want to get in Vic's way on his Berrettini bet, who did not play at this time last year. He didn't. We didn't see him until grass season. And yeah, Greek Spore just too spotty. He does not on his game. Chris, circling back real quick, Nakashima is one of the later games in the first round. He's playing Nishioka and he's minus 170 on the money line. Nishioka is plus 130. No game spread for any Dallas matches right now on Bovada.
Bang, bang. Give me that unit on the Nakashima train.
Wow, okay.
That was good.
Um,
Good.
Thank
all
you.
right. As always, from the main account, we'll tweet out. I'll tweet out my picks. Vic, I'll retweet your picks as you make them on Twitter as well at Twitter or x.com/Young Busey. The main account is at Faulty
Young
Picks.
Juicy.
Real quick, something funny I saw. Someone on Twitter on X took a screen cap of a Reddit pick or something. I think it was in one of like the tennis forums on Reddit, and someone was betting on Dawn Mez. What's her name? San Mez. I think she's a Moroccan tennis player. She was playing Taylor Townsend, the American, and the the reasoning behind the pick was just hey, like here's my pick, here's the units, or like I'm picking Don Mez over Townsend, 3 units. The reasoning: Taylor Townsend is obese. That was it. And it fucking caused the reason the person reposted it was because it caused a fucking firestorm on Reddit. People were pissed at this guy. And they're like, how dare you? Like, this is not how you gamble, it's not how you handicap, this is bullshit. And apparently a lot of those people bet on Townsend because of it. And she fucking lost in 3 sets. So the guy comes back.
Oh
The
my
guy,
God.
yeah, the guy came back to the thread and he was like, sorry, this is how I bet. If you're fat and you play tennis, I think you're gonna lose.
It did not, hey, that's not true for Madison Keys, who just won the last tournament.
He's not fat. Are you crazy? Okay, yeah, those are the crazy eyes. She's not even close to fat. That's crazy.
I take it back.
Yeah, maybe you're thinking of Taylor Townsend, who is black, but maybe not. But I just thought that was a funny little tidbit to throw in there since we're not covering any women's this week. That's my funny little WTA story.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, boys. Well, again, we'll lock. We shared some picks today. We'll lock them in on social media. But anything else that you want to cover before we sign off for the week?
No, sir. Let's go win some money. We're going to war with the bookie in 2025.
Oh my. Where's your hat?
Let me go get it.
Yeah. Hey, February is big with 500 level events. March is even bigger, back-to-back 1,000 level events. We go from Indian Wells in the first week to Miami in the second week, and then it's a downhill roll there all the way down to Roland Garros.
And
We're
it's
gonna
clay season, baby. It's
we're
clay
gonna
season.
jump
Let's
right into clay
go.
season. Exactly. So and it moves quick. Maybe we'll see the resurgence of Tsitsipas, and we can talk about him a little bit more instead of just his girlfriend. I think we talked about her last week. But hey, manage your bankrolls responsibly. Make sure that you are subscribed to the channel down below. While you're down there, make sure you hit the like button and the bell so that you're notified every time we post an episode. Leave a comment. Let us know what you're betting on or what maybe what's working for you. Are you checking out the fat chicks? Are you betting against the fat chicks?
Oh God.
What? Chris is so ashamed. He's got something going
You
on.
gotta send me this Reddit, and I'm so sorry to Madison Keys.
All right, I'll
The
find it. I'll
camera
find it.
adds 10 pounds.
And follow us on social media. You can also check out the podcast on Spotify where we upload all these episodes as well. Boys, anything else before we sign off? Oh, the war hat's here. Perfect.
No, nothing for me.
All right. Well, best of luck as you enjoy the
Let's go, Tommy
newly
Paul.
500 Dallas Open, as well as Rotterdam over in the Netherlands. Vic, are you going to make it out to see these guys in person?
That's the plan. I'm gonna see what we can do with some ticket prices.
Dude, hit up the scalpers, rob them, stab them. I don't know. Get a ticket, get in there.
That's the plan. That's the
You gotta
plan.
go see your
I'll send
boy
some
Bublik,
photos.
or you're
You got
not really
you
a
gotta
fan.
you gotta film. No, he's in Rotterdam. You gotta film a short with Tommy Paul in the background.
That's the goal. I will do my best.
Perfect. All right. Well, stay tuned for that. That short's coming at you this week, Vic. We're locking you into it. Chris is throwing up the salute. Well, thank you all
Not
for
that
joining
kind.
us. This has been the Gambling Racket, episode 5 of season 2, Dallas and Rotterdam. We'll catch you next week to start up with the Golden Swing and move on to some 250 level events in America and in Europe. My name is Ben. This has been Vic and Chris with me for the Gambling Racket.
The gambling racket.
All right, take care.